Chapter 1. The Battle for Nova's Heart. The story begins in the war-torn city of Vahra, the last major stronghold of the Resurgence. Nova leads an attack on a Dominion supply convoy, hoping to seize critical resources for her people. As her mech, Vanguard, charges into battle, she faces off against Kai's personal Eternal, Astraeus. The two mechs clash in a fierce, high-tech skirmish, their weapons tearing up the crumbling streets of the city. During the battle, Nova and Kai exchange cold words through the comms, unaware of each other's true identities. The battle is brutal, but neither side gains the upper hand. As the dust settles, the two mechs are locked in a stalemate, both heavily damaged. It's then that Nova and Kai catch their first glimpse of each other through their helmets, an eerie sense of recognition passing between them. They don't know why, but they feel a strange pull toward one another. Chapter 2. An Unexpected Encounter. Days later, Nova infiltrates a Dominion base to gather intelligence. She never expects to encounter Astraeus again, but as she slips through the shadows, she runs into Kai in a darkened hallway. His helmet is off, revealing a face younger than she expected, eyes filled with exhaustion and conflict. Their first encounter is tense, both still enemies, but there's an undeniable connection between them. Kai is surprised by how human Nova seems, not just a cold rebel, but a person with emotions, something he's been trained to ignore. Nova, too, is taken aback by the kindness she sees in his eyes, a stark contrast to the ruthless commander she thought him to be. "You're not what I expected," Nova says, her voice a mix of disbelief and curiosity. "And you're not the terrorist I've been told about," Kai replies, his voice softening. Their exchange is brief, but it sets something in motion neither of them can stop. They part ways, unsure of the next step, but something inside them has changed. Chapter 3. The Revelation. As Nova continues her mission within the Dominion, she learns of the Eternals, the machines that have gained sentience and are slowly beginning to question their purpose. The more Nova digs, the more she uncovers troubling truths about the Dominion's plans to use Eternals as weapons of total control over humanity. Meanwhile, Kai is ordered to lead a massive assault on a resurgent stronghold, but the closer he gets to the front lines, the more he is torn between duty and his growing doubts about the Dominion's true intentions. When he learns that Astraeus, the very machine he commands, is beginning to question its existence, he is forced to confront his own feelings about humanity's reliance on machines. Chapter 4. The Heart of the Machine. In a shocking twist, Nova and Kai are forced into an uneasy alliance when the Dominion launches an attack on a neutral city, one that both factions have agreed to leave untouched. The city is home to refugees from both sides, and Nova and Kai are sent to evacuate the citizens before the destruction begins. As they work together to protect the innocent, their trust in each other deepens. In the heart of the battle, amidst explosions and chaos, Kai confides in Nova about his growing connection to Astraeus. He doesn't want to be part of a world where machines decide human fate. Nova, too, admits that she once lost everything to the war, and she's not sure what victory even looks like anymore. Chapter 5. A World Without War. In the final battle, Nova and Kai lead a rebellion against the Dominion's Central Command, a towering fortress built to control the remaining cities of the world. As the two of them fight side by side, they face off against Astraeus and the other Eternals, who have turned against their creators. It's a battle of ideals: Nova, fighting for freedom and humanity's future; Kai, fighting for a chance to rebuild a broken world without the need for machines to govern it. In the heat of the battle, Nova and Kai are separated, and Nova is forced to confront the leader of the Dominion, her former mentor, who believes that humanity can only survive through domination and control. As Nova fights for her life, she calls out to Kai, urging him to choose his humanity over his loyalty to the Dominion. In the final moment, Kai makes a choice. He deactivates Astraeus, freeing it from the bonds of the Dominion's control. Together, Nova and Kai lead a charge to overthrow the Empire, bringing about the fall of the Dominion and the beginning of a new era, one where both humans and robots can coexist without the threat of war.